What's the number one reason that people do not buy your products and services? If you are thinking money, time, their spouse, or I always attract freebie seekers, you're going to be surprised at what you learn in this video. Hey y'all, I'm Kendrick Shope, creator of Authentic Selling, the number one sales process for your business, which allows you to get more customers, make more money, and have the freedom to live the life you want to live. For tactical, practical, proven, strategic sales solutions that work for your business, ring the bell and subscribe. It's true that the money objection, I can't afford it, is the most common objection that no matter what you're selling, you're going to hear. Whether you're selling products, services, whatever, you're going to hear it. And we can get into the whole psychology of why that's true, but today we are talking about the real number one reason people say no to our amazing, life-changing products and services. Now, you may be thinking, so are you saying that people are lying to me? No, certainly not intentionally. What they are telling you feels true in the moment for them. There's actually been all kinds of sales research that proves that the number one reason people don't buy from you, me, Best Buy, Apple, whoever they're saying no to, has very little to do with money. 9 out of 10 times, it is not about price. I know, despite what you are being told. So what's it really about? It's about belief. Now, I know you may be scratching your head. You may be like, what? But let me play this out for you. If the potential customer trusts you enough or believes in you or your product and service enough that you are going to solve their problem. So they got this problem, right? Whatever this problem is, and they want it solved. Then if they trust you, they are absolutely more likely to buy from you. Makes sense, right? I mean, I don't want to buy from someone whom I don't trust. But how does trust, money, like it all feels still a little messy. Okay, so the first thing here you need to understand is it's not about money. It's not, and I can prove it to you. So it's time for a Shope sales story. When I was selling drugs, there's an intro for you. How to create a hook when I was selling drugs. The legal kind of drugs. As a top performing pharmaceutical sales rep, I had a product or a drug that was extremely expensive. And I went into my cardiologist's office and I said, hey, Dr. X, you're not writing a lot of prescriptions for this product. Now, what you need to know about this product is in a head-to-head comparison, it was statistically proven to extend someone's life. It had mortality data, whereas the competitor, the cheaper drug, was not proven to extend your life after a heart attack. So which drug do you want? I want the drug that's proven to extend my life, right? I mean, hello. And so I said to this cardiologist, hey, Dr. X, I've been calling on you a long time. What's going on with insert product name? Why aren't your patients getting that as an option? And Dr. X said to me, well, Kendrick, my patients can't afford your drug. Now, in fairness to Dr. X, he did work in an indigent area. He did have a big heart called to serve a very specific population. So I said, okay, thanks for sharing that with me. I understand how frustrating it must be for you to know that this product has mortality data over the competition and feel like your patients can't afford it. Are you giving them the option? Are you letting them tell you they can't afford it? And the doctor said no. I'm making that decision for them because I know they can't afford it. Here's what I want to tell you. That is not okay. Do you want your doctor sizing you up, deciding what you can and can't afford? I sure don't, because the minute I open my mouth, I sound like a hick who is uneducated, who can't afford anything, right? I don't need people making snap judgments about what I can and can't afford. Your customer's money is none of your business, the same way that those patients' money was none of my doctor's business. Now, it is true that there may have been some patients who, even given the choice, would have chosen the cheaper drug. enter me. She says in parentheses, don't be shocked when your history book mentions me, little Alexander Hamilton. That's what I'm there for. Not to be mentioned in a history book, but to help those patients who can't afford. I said, look, Dr. X, I get it, but you need to at least give them the choice. If your wife has a heart attack, which drug do you want her on? He said, I want her on your drug. Why? Because I like my wife. She's going to live longer. The data proves it. Okay, great. Then let's give your patients the same choice. Let's write my drug for them if it's the better option. And if they can't afford it, then I'll give them samples. What the heck does all of this have to do with you? A couple of things. Number one, the real reason that, well, number one, let's back up. Beep, beep, beep. That's my bad impression of the truck backing up. Your customer's money is none of your business. Stay out of it. It's not. I'm sorry. So it is not your job, despite what you see happening on the internet, to find the money for someone to be able to afford you. Yes, it may hurt your heart when someone says, I can't afford you. It may hurt your soul when someone bursts into tears. I've had it happen because your prices feel out of alignment with what they can pay. That sucks. We'll handle that in a different video. But the first thing you need to understand is their money is not your business. I don't want my husband going through my bank account and telling me what I can and can't afford. I sure as heck don't want a stranger or a consultant that I'm about to hire deciding what I can or cannot afford. Give your customers the same respect. In turn, you are going to hear, I can't afford it. There's a lot of stuff that we cover here on this channel about what to do when you hear I can't afford it. Today, we're talking about belief. We are talking about consistency. So, the number one way to overcome I can't afford it is to create trust. Be someone your people want to buy from. Be someone that shows up regularly. So for example, these videos come out on the same day of the week at the same time each week. You know what to expect. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get some pop culture references. You're going to get a super extroverted redhead who's loud. You're probably going to hear me sing. You may hear a soap sales story. And you're also going to learn some strategic, practical, proven, tactical advice to help you make more money and close more sales. It's like all packaged in this masterpiece. If I do say so myself, I'm joking. That's a reference to an internet. Y'all are young enough to get that. I don't need to explain it to you. Okay, anyway, sorry. Anyway, so how do you create this trust? Well, one way is consistency. Showing up the same time, the same day, over and over and over. It actually creates a neural pathway in people's brain, not to nerd out on you, and they expect you, and they trust you, and they're more likely to buy from you. The other way that you work through hearing I can't afford it is to know the verbatims to say, which we cover in the video linked below, the verbatims to say when you hear that objection. Again, it's not I'll help you find the money. It's not if you give up your Starbucks, hands off my Starbucks. Don't tell me what I can and can't afford. Don't tell me what I need to give up and able to be able to afford you. If I want to give up, if I am so sold, if I believe in your product or service or the change you can make, I'll figure that out on my own. I don't need you to suggest it. That feels icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, dusty, rusty to me. And that is a surefire way for me not to buy from you. So, the easiest way to start to combat the reason that people are saying no is to find something that you can do consistently. Whether it's a YouTube channel, a blog, a podcast, emailing your list, do it the same time, the same date, over and over and over again. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Kendrick, I'm not inspired to create every day. I want to create from a place of passion. I want to create from a place of that creative spark. I don't want to just check the box. I don't want you to just check the box either. But you got to find this balance. You don't have to create every day, but creating or communicating with your audience weekly will eventually lead, that consistent communication will lead to trust. And trust leads to buying. which means that people believe in the difference that you're going to make simply by showing up. So what are you going to commit to doing consistently? Tell me in the comments below. And before you do that, make sure you ring my bell. Ring my bell and subscribe to this channel for more tactical, practical, proven ways to grow your sales. I believe in you and I believe in your business.